This has been a good week of progress on many fronts. On Tuesday, we jump-started a House Senate Conference Committee to finalize bipartisan legislation in the fight against America's opioid epidemic. On Wednesday, we sent a bipartisan jobs bill to the president's desk. This will help small manufacturers get better access to the tax relief that they need so that they can do more of hiring people, of building things. That's a bill I worked on for years at Ways and Means on miscellaneous tariff benefits. We finally got this done. It's on the way to the president's desk. The House also passed a plan to protect our people from the spread of Zika. We will now work with the Senate to get much-needed resources in place. Also, committee leaders introduced a bipartisan bill to address Puerto Rico's fiscal crisis and to prevent a taxpayer bailout. This bill was introduced last night. Now we're going to make sure that the public has a chance to review this through regular order. This is an urgent matter. So once the bill is signed into law, we will name our appointees to the Oversight Board in short order so they can get up and running and working. The House passed a strong national defense bill that gives our troops a pay raise. They certainly deserve it, and I think we all respect that. This bill also goes a long ways towards addressing the readiness crisis in our military, which is also so important. And today, the House is passing a plan to hold the Veterans Administration accountable for every dollar it spends. That means no bonuses to top bureaucrats and more reforms to get our veterans the care that they need when they need it. We look forward to building on all of this progress that we've achieved this week. Lastly, regarding Flight 804, I've been getting updates throughout the day. We do not now know just what happened. We will withhold judgment until we have all of the facts, but right now I think the thoughts of the whole House are with the families of those who are on board. Any questions? I do feel good about it. I think I want to thank the chairman, Rob Bishop, the author, Sean Duffy, members of the committee like Raul Labrador and others who have made tremendous contributions to this. We got this bill exactly where we wanted it. We wanted to make sure that the restructuring worked and that the restructuring is done in a way that it prevents any taxpayer bailout or some precedents that could affect the bond markets. And we're very confident that we've achieved that. We also want to make sure that the board is strong, that the board is the board that we want to have the people on it that are necessary to get this working. And we wanted to make sure that we keep this away from the taxpayer. We have clearly accomplished that. And we also want to make sure that it's done in such a way that it gives the tools, the need to fix this problem, to bring order to the chaos in Puerto Rico. Our fellow citizens in Puerto Rico are in a tough spot. We think this bill helps them get out of this tough spot while protecting the U.S. taxpayer. Luke. No, I'm not going to do the call out.
Your colleague, Kathy McMorris-Rogers, came out and said she voted for Mr. Trump. You're on an island. You're the only leader who's not
on an island. Island, Puerto Rico, yeah. Look, I'm right now, well, I'll have more to say about this at another point. Our teams are meeting. I think the list of the judges was a very good step in the right direction. We're making progress, but that's all I've got to say at this point. Manu.
Mr. Speaker, you said that you'd speak out when you believe that conservatism is being disfigured. In other words, when your presumed nominee says that you would speak directly with Kim Jong-un, does that cross that?
Look, I'm not going to litigate this campaign from this podium. We've got a lot of work to do here in the House. We've got an agenda project we're building. We've got a lot of bills right now that we're working on, whether it's Zika or Puerto Rico or appropriations. So that's all I got to say. Susan.
Hi. Should Congress or the lawmakers on the Appropriations Committee try to defund the president's directive on public school restrooms and transgendered students?
I see this as a federalism issue. This should be left up to the states, and the federal government ought to respect that. Chad.
Mr. Speaker, just on the floor a few minutes ago, we had this vote on the Confederate flag, which defeated, which won. That's a big sea change from last year. Your temperature of the conference, what happened where there were 84 Republicans who voted for this today, whereas last year it would have blown up all appropriations bills?
Yeah, last year it stopped the appropriations process in its tracks. What changed is we have to get through these things, and if we're going to have open rules and appropriations, which we have, which is regular order, people are going to have to take tough votes, and I think people are acknowledging this. This is the kind of conversation we've had all along with our members, which is tough votes happen in open rules. People got to get used to that fact. That's the way regular order works.
Did people, was that expressed to folks that this is different? And that
Yeah, I think people realize that the last thing we should do is derail our own appropriations process. Jonathan?
Donald Trump would be the first person to have the presidency as his first elected office since Eisenhower, which raises the question what the qualifications are. You've met him. A, do you think he's qualified? And B, what are those qualifications?
I'm not going to litigate this thing from the podium.
Is he qualified?
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, on the floor just now, Maloney's amendment on the LGBT executive order posted enough votes to pass, then Republicans started switching their votes and it failed. Was that vote switching at leadership's direction?
I don't know I don't even know.
Last question.
Your own view on that amendment?
I think this is federalism. The states should do this. The federal government shouldn't stick its nose in this business.
I asked if the House plans to move forward on the Senate-passed 9/11 victims lawsuit and what your personal views are on it.
Yeah, well, I've made my view clear. And this is the answer I give to everybody and every member who asks me a question about any bill coming over. Regular order. Goes to the committee. I believe the Committee of Jurisdiction is Judiciary Committee. That's where it's going through regular order. Thank you.